All of the players 6'4" and under have 9 combined.
He has just done a little bit of everything. Towns drives and finishes with authority.
Got him that time. Statue of Liberty on the big men of the Jazz and missed this time. There was no missing. The strong flush, as we saw in the fourth quarter in Washington Monday night too, where he just put on a dunking expedition. This one special.
They always like to answer as soon as possible, but
we've got him tentative now.
Bad pass stolen by Hart. Ahead to Towns. Powers to the paint and one.
Well, the Knicks had 12, and they almost have that again. Bridges and Towns now driving and thriving. And they're going to take a look at this. Emphatic, dramatic stuff by Towns. Well, watch the ferocity with which he throws it down. Right on the top of the head of the Hornets. Embarrassing.
He's had a lot of run-ins with Joel Embiid. They have not gone his way. Oh, how about that pass? Karl-Anthony Towns right behind the ear. Late in that game, had a 40-point quarter. Man, that was a beautiful pass by Karl-Anthony Towns.
Well, that's something Tom Thibodeau, though, told us before the game.
Juzang to Markkanen. He walks into a three. Way off. Towns finds Anunoby down the other end. He never crossed half court.
Their best in a decade in New York. So they're trying to build on that championship aspirations as Bridges lays it up and through.
Well, that's the beauty of having Karl-Anthony Towns. You can play 5 out.
Shake and bake up top Achua. Giannis almost picked up his second. Towns drives inside and banks it home. Tom Thibodeau furious.
That's the reason why he has been averaging over 5 assists a game over the last 6.
Towns free and clear for takeoff as 2 Wizards went the opposite direction.
Conley now just 1 of 5 from the field.
Much better job getting back by Minnesota that time.
Towns, deep shot for the Knicks. Randall and free throws.
Yeah, Towns just trailing in.
Brunson's just such a great offensive player. You've got to give him different looks.
Juzang ran under the screen, hands in air. Tough shot, counted.
They did not come into this series with a defensive reputation. But there's a nice pass.
And a foul. Anunoby cuts back door. Towns with the perfect look and a chance for a three-point play.
Door. So watch this. Towns a dazzling pass. Oh, gee, with the good stuff. So nice. Was short twice. Knicks more time.
Brunson backs his way in. Towns gets all the way to the basket and draws the foul and got it.
It makes it really tough. Rick Carlisle said he traveled
Keontae going one-on-one, step back 3. Quick outlet. Hart just going to have a quick run to the rack.
LaMelo misses the floater. Brunson didn't like his odds. Towns. Oh my goodness.
Most of them for both teams in the first half. They've done a much better job in the second half. Towns finds Achua. Crashes Achua with the slam.
First hoop of the game. Going back door, huffing and stuffing. Yeah, hustle and muscle.
Defensive effort every night.
Yeah, there he is, missed him back door.
Towns taking on the smaller Brown, and he gets 2.
3 fouls on the opposition. You're trying to get everything in the paint right now. Those are free points.
Towns with the authoritative finish.
Karl-Anthony Towns taking the pass, getting downhill, coming through with bad intentions. Right there, he was not going to finger roll this. He was going to make sure he got the 2 points.
He sees Capella. All right, back door is open.
Oh, Brunson bangs it home. Miscommunication by Atlanta, heads up play.
This time he's the beneficiary going back door with the hoop.
That's 5 fouls on Daniels.
OG Over to Towns. He's going to launch the three. 6.3 to go in a big bucket by Karl-Anthony Towns.
They're patient. He wanted that shot, and he delivered it. Karl-Anthony Towns has played a...
Deuce McBride on the floor for the first time for New York. Anthony Black trying to pick up Brunson. Towns rolls and powers one down.
We talked about picking your poison, a little miscommunication. Karl-Anthony Towns here. This is back-to-back finishes here by Catman.
Previously to Sumu with the three, now Phillips.
Karl-Anthony Towns to the right.
Let's take a look at Towns slicing and dicing them. Yeah. Boots, no match. The Matador D. Brunson trying to get on the books.
Oh, nice feed and the foul. Jalen Brunson, the perfect bounce pass. And Karl-Anthony Towns continues his assault on the Bucks.
Team normally defensive player. Watch him. He's behind Towns. Oh, no, it's Green.
21 made threes by Boston. Inside, Bridges got it with a good feed on the perimeter.
So that's back-to-back baskets by...
20-point lead for the Knicks.
Wizards using the pick and roll.
Nice pass, George.
Oh! And Towns, second time he's blocked a shot in the nick of time. Young had 28 the previous game against the Celtics.
This was the problem the other night against Minnesota. Knicks trail by 7 after 1. Towns down a lane, running shot is good.
Hits the floor. And the Pistons have a 103-95 lead, but not for long. And Anunoby with his fourth foul.
There's that Towns bucket, and there's that Pat you talked about.
Yeah.
You know, playful.
In fact, he's now 14. Yep, you had the number, Clyde. And he goes to the line more than anybody. Towns from way outside knocks down his first three.
Animated all cast available right now on ESPN2. Towns insisting his way to the cup.
Tied 108-108. Brunson with it. Brunson looking for Towns. Towns lays it up and through. Timeout, Darko Rajakovic.
Well, Raptors send a double. Handoff. They double. Bang. Great find. That's just tremendous awareness. What little pitch action, double, and then go back to the guy that pitched it to you. Really well executed.
Anunoby drives inside, tap it up. They're going to call a foul prior to the shot.
Young player too, Mike. How many years? 3 or 4 years for him?
Yeah, he's only 23. This is his 4th year. Towns drives on a Kongwu and scores in this game.
I mentioned the 10 he had last night.
And no turnovers.
That was a season high.
Anunoby can't, but Towns can. Karl-Anthony Towns, count it and one. Overwhelming Clowney. And the Knicks increase their largest lead to 13.
Scott by Mouse got out early.
Brunson off on the three. Towns got the rebound and dunks it.
To give the Knicks the even balance, 41 home, 41 away. And the Knicks did not play here last season. All 3 games with the Pistons were at the Garden. Bridges, corner 3.
2 seconds to fire. Towns muscling his way in. Boy, a pretty play by Karl-Anthony Towns.
He had to absolutely work for this 2 right here. Nice job here by Karl-Anthony Towns, being able to deliver with contact. He's in double figures now.
Quiet.
Yep. Those moments.
Cat inside, blocked for the second time. Walker Kessler, Bridges. You give the Knicks those second and third opportunities, and it's going to be a long night.
Towns away from the basket. Aaron Williams trying to poke it away. Towns inside, jump hook, he got it.
Big bucket from Towns. He's got 17.
Towns, and he had the positioning that time. The deep catch.
He's crafty. He put it on the deck for a few bounces.
OG gets it to Towns to the cutting, and Anobi over top.
You're being overplayed. Bang! Excellent recognition. And look,
got 2 20-point scores on the floor. 41 between Collins and Marketing. Towns drives on Sexton, mismatch, nice dunk inside of the bucket, and Anobi.
It's a competitive thing around the family. You don't think he wants to play like his brother?
Here the Wizards are trying to wall up on Towns, and he turns around and hits a tough hook shot.
Continues to style.
Back Brunson inside, flips it up and in. Beautiful pass from Karl-Anthony Towns.
If you're a basketball fan, you know that.
Towns, nice feed again, and Josh Hart the beneficiary.
These Knicks are moving and grooving now.
Here he is guarding Cat. Sarr's got his back waiting for him. Cat with a tough fall away.
Yeah, I like to see Justin Champagnie hop back in front of a
Towns working on 3 Wizards. A couple head fakes and scores. Count it, and the foul.
thrown off right here. Look, he just stops, pump fakes, 1, 2, jumps in the SAR. I mean, it's just tough to defend.
Good composure by the Knicks. Previously Brunson, the 3-ball.
Brunson guarded by Murray. Murray is an excellent defender. Nice fake from Towns, and he goes to the rim. Timeout, Pelicans, 12 straight points.
Ubiquitous, igniting the Knicks. Shrewd, clever, slick, slicing and dicing them this time. So the Knicks on their rampage, their 2 top guns, igniting them.
Just unable to squeeze the offensive rebound. Would have had an open layup.
Minnesota's just gone cold here.
Towns puts it down, and contact.
This is the best the Knicks offense has looked in a while. Great catch and finish there by Towns, because Deuce McBride just fired the pass from 2 feet away right to his waist. That's not an easy catch.
Guard Towns. Knicks swinging it around the perimeter. Towns for 3. Good. And the New York Knicks have retaken the lead.
Good composure here by the OKC.
Towns with the steal. Dort in front of him. Dort trying to steal it, and Towns throws it down.
Let's take a look at Towns in the passing lane. Showing his stuff. And that was the loudest cheer we've heard.
Ducks inside on Jeffries, gives to Towns, got bumped and scored.
That's what's so uncanny. The Knicks' perpetual motion, string. They continue to move and groove. And look at Towns coming to the open spot. Deuce able to find him.
To McBride.
Oh, errant pass by Deuce.
Here comes Antonio Reeves, the rookie. Blocked, swatted out of bounds from Towns. We've seen some superb shot blocking here in the first half.
Defense. So normally not a guy feared or revered for intimidating defense. Doing a good job the last 2 possessions, especially with this injury.
Young man from Wausau, Wisconsin, really emerging this year.
Towns catches, fires, in and out, and again, rattles around.
Meeting between the 2 clubs this year. New York has won the first 2. Good job by Queen.
And a bounce pass to the cutting Karl-Anthony Towns for the dunk.
Has lost 13 of 14. For the season, only Washington, Charlotte, and New Orleans have fewer wins. Toronto turns it over again. Towns a trailer 3. He got it.
At the arc this time straight on. Previously made the 2 free throws. So he gets them in a flurry.
Towns trying to get free from Nurkic. Boy, what a move by Karl-Anthony Towns.
Quickly pushes off the make. Watford goes inside, blocked from behind by Towns. Great hustle from Karl-Anthony Towns.
Watford baffled, befuddled by Towns.
Back in those days, you could be a great player like he was and not have the kind of money that today's have.
As Towns throws it down, nice setup. And there's Karl-Anthony Towns coming alive. He's got 12 points.
Take a look at the Cats. Cataract. Yeah, so nice short twice, slamming it.
Brunson guarded by Lillard, calls for a screen. Prince does a good job knocking Towns away from that. Pass inside. This time it's Towns to Brunson.
I like the rookie's confidence. You know, shoot that shot. You know, continue to build your confidence.
Towns. And one.
And you watch here, quick little ball fake, puts it on the floor, and there's kind of a wave at him going by and back to the basket. So again, those type of plays, you cannot allow those type of plays.
1 for 1 instead of zip for zip. Towns, back up over his head to Brunson on a drive, gets the deuce.
To Bridges, look like they've been playing together for a long time. This exceeded that. And we know that the chemistry between those two will only get better, but look at this.
That was Towns.
5:08 left, third quarter. Towns working against Bam, gets to the paint. Blocking foul, basket counts, foul on Jovic.
Jovic looked like he was there. We'll get a slower look. Stepped across. Does he take the hit right? Looked like his left heel was inside that restricted area. Watch his left foot. It's over top. And then he's looked like he was drifting.
He's still 24. He's still a young guy in his 6th year. Greensboro, North Carolina. Brunson, Towns, count it, and one.
Penetrate, ended up with a three-point play. This time a little deja vu. The omnipotent.
You know, 24 in a row. Sometimes you feel like in the NBA you can't win a game. You know, that felt surreal during that season. And that was the 73-9 season, which, you know, we didn't win the championship that year in Golden State.
Brunson the board. Wemby 0 for 3 from downtown to start.
Gotta imagine there's some nerves for Wemby early. Beautiful find inside for Towns.
Will be settled in January. People around here certainly hope that they will finally have some clarity. Look at that shot from Towns.
Anunoby
dancing.
How about that behind the back? Offensive rebound Towns. With the left hand this time, another three-point play.
Tallest player, 6'9". Towns mauling and appalling them. Been slamming and jamming, wheeling, dealing. This time they get to the line.
Great motor on the boards.
You're seeing why Hornets fans call him Rodman. There's Towns right to the paint and an easy layup.
Yeah, the effort-wise, Rodman-esque.
Dardier has been a lethal shooter from the perimeter, especially behind the arc. There he is now. He's open. Arc passed him up.
Towns, quick spin move, and throws it down. Karl-Anthony Towns.
And then watch the penetration and devastation. So that's his one.
A couple of weeks now of good play in the Emirates NBA Cup. As Karl-Anthony Towns, what a start he is off
to. Towns gets past Lopez. Good recognition from Karl-Anthony Towns. Doc Rivers calls time.
The big man, elusive, abusive. No one in his way.
Woo! Way to go up and get it, P-Dub.
Patrick.
He came out of nowhere.
Absolutely.
He made the pass.
Yeah, absolutely. Towns comes back and responds. He had a big third.
Yeah, and it started on defense. I mean, the Knicks are just getting whatever they want offensively, and again, you can't do that, right? You get one stop, and then they give up the offensive rebound.
Doing the little things like we see Champagne does.
Koulibaly loses the handle. Towns.
Reverse dunk.
Mike is back on fire, everybody.
I feel so in such the Christmas spirit right now. Towns, beautiful spin move. Towns got 29.
The life of a coach, not always easy.
As Reed misses on a straightaway three. This is Towns, gets it into the corner to Bridges. 3, good start, continues for Bridges.
No update on this yet, Clyde, but Jalen Brunson not on the Knick bench right now. He's got 24 points in 27 minutes. Towns with the right hand.
He's got a way to go to catch yours truly, though, folks.
Too much of that. Such fighting Towns. Oh, he threw it down. No foul. But then the foul is called on the Magic.
Got to keep your head about yourself right here.
That's a shoulder and then a follow through by Karl-Anthony Towns.
It's one of the oldest moves in basketball, the cha-cha slide. Count it, and a foul. Towns with a chance for a three-point play. The Knicks have turned it around.
Cat right there getting skinny. Turning.
The Magic could be right back on this floor in New York next Tuesday or Wednesday for the quarterfinal game. Anthony Towns for three. Hits one over Franz Wagner that time.
Deuce McBride down low. Mouse in the house. Towns turns and jams.
Seeing the ball go through the net, now coming down in transition, recognizing the mismatch. Karl-Anthony Towns didn't overanalyze it, just went to work right away. The help defense was too late. And this is what it's about, finding that rhythm, finding that timing.
Into Towns, and Towns drops it in, and a foul. See, he's pointing to Towns. DeAndre, that's the guy you want kind of matched up with him.
We need some energy, some juice. And then Goga yelled in, down 12 at home in this building? Are you kidding me? We'll make that up in no time. Oh, that is a difficult shot, though, by Mikal Bridges.
This is a great Bridges shot. Well, he's just done a nice job of moving without the basketball all game long.
Bridges to Towns. Nice pass. Deuce McBride throws it down.
The big cat pulling out the crossover, just waiting for the patience.
Counts from three. And the Knicks have pulled to within two.
Is he a guard? Is he a big man? He's called Cat. But right here, he just dogged him. Knocks down the three. Missed shot.
And he gets a 15-point double-double on average. Jakob Poeltl. Career year for him. Tough to defend Karl-Anthony Towns, though. And a right-hand jam gets the crowd going. And he gets a 15-point double-double on average. Jakob Poeltl. Career year for him. Tough to defend Karl-Anthony Towns, though. And a right-hand jam gets the crowd going.
Yeah, matador defense by Poeltl.
Corner three, Barrett. That's good.
Each of his first 3 seasons in the NBA. As we mentioned, he's 4th right now in the league in three-point percentage.
Good on Brunson. The back door's open.
Ananobi's fouled. Middleton tries to help him in the fall.
Communicate. Right side of your screen. See right there? Like the guy communicated. Actually, Green picked off his own man. And that allowed OG to come open with the slam.
First score in double figures, and he hasn't missed. He's 4 for 4.
And it's steal by Towns.
Towns doing it on both ends, taking on Poeltl to the rim, gets it to go.
10-2 run by New York. They lead by 6, and count it, continuation. I'm not sure.
Yeah, let's see here.
Right there on the, right there, and then he allows him to another.
After a 3-for-3 start, he's got a couple of misses from beyond the arc. Towns guarded by Carter. Towns drives and scores, and that's a foul.
2 or 3 feet behind the three-point line. You've got to guard him out there because he'll nail it. So here he goes, off the dribble. I mean, this is your center. And finishing with the left. How about that? That's what you want to get it down to.
Cleared out for Karl-Anthony Towns. Mo Wagner knocks it out of his hands. Towns banging, little turnaround jumper. Saucy.
With all the physical play here, right? Mo Wagner doing a good job. There's the bumping. Well, says, all right, let me just do my little patent fadeaway here.
Comes up with it again. Towns has the ball. Kicks it back out. Anunoby, three-pointer. Puts it in.
They're throwing haymakers and they're landing. Look at Josh Hart's hustle. Hart showing a lot of heart. Being the beneficiary. Watch Cat with the pass to OG. Steps up, knocks it down.
Guys who play off the ball, especially when they can figure the timing out of it and who they're on the floor with, it opens the floor not just for themselves, but for their teammates. It is
career high 9 threes for Kobe. Vooch. If that had gone down, this crowd would have ignited. Here's Towns running in, scores, and what a shot. He changed hands, and big fella getting out and running. Look,
Long shot, long rebound, and he's the one that contested the shot. So when that shot went up, he turned to look to make sure Josh Hart got the rebound before he took off, and he sprinted down the floor, beat 2 Bulls defenders down the floor.
And then without Banchero and Wagner on December 15th, they won by 9. Towns drops the hammer. Orlando wants a timeout.
Looking for help. Needs it in Towns. 5 to shoot. Towns. You bet!
Victor Wembanyama hasn't made many mistakes throughout this game. As Karl-Anthony Towns catches the basketball, you're talking about possibly the best big man shooter ever. 46% on the year, knocking a big one down.
Little crossover, kicks it out. Barrett left wide open, but short. Towns releases. Anunoby against Barrett, stops and throws it down.
It was a big question for Minnesota. #1 defensive team in the league last year. Could they take strides offensively as Bridges goes left hand?
And now McBride connecting with Towns. He'll post up Jeffries. The fall away gets it to go. Karl-Anthony Towns gets the Knicks back within 4.
And with that, Dallas crests the century mark with just under 9 to play. Free to roam to the basket. The hard roll and finish.
Lead cut to 14. Towns inside. Basket counts, foul as Porter hits the deck.
Listen, Towns is an athletic 7-footer. So I mean, you're right at the rim. That's tough. Easy call to make.
You know, if you could get there and stay out of
or get
a
there.
restricted area.
When it's going your way, it's going your way. Sexton lost that pass and still found Lowry marketing his cat, knocks down a 3-pointer.
That break opportunity, I wanted him to go dunk it. Nobody stopped ball. Like, be aggressive, young Jalen.
Towns goes to the Congo, and with the left hand. Towns was frustrated last time. He thought he got hit. That time he hit the rim.
This foul is a frustration because of what's happening on the other end, but this dunk is special. He was not going to be denied. And Okongwu,
Clock is your enemy. Karl-Anthony Towns going to the line, looking for the 3-point play.
To stretch the floor, one, but also when you can play through him on the box because of his ability to use his body.
Anunoby. Now inside Towns. With Dort defending. Towns the quick spin. And Karl-Anthony Towns goes with a left hand.
Somebody had a hand in his face, and Zach just poured that in. Brunson, Jalen, who likes to get into the lane, maneuver, and either score himself or find a teammate. And there he is on a little give and go with Towns.
Anunoby again, right in the midst of everything. Towns, Hart, the finish. Knicks right now out hustling the Raptors in a 14-point lead. Toronto.
Cat misses a 3. OG exerting energy everywhere. These are winning plays. These are culture plays. Good pass right there by Cat.
That's the back and forth that you have to play the cat and mouse game.
Yeah, well, speaking of Cat.
Right on cue. Rocks the rim. And the Knicks are in a little bit of separation here.
And sometimes that's going to happen. You know, you might trip a guy.
Towns, left hand, and he got to the cup and scores.
Hart getting into quarterback position, baseball pass, and Cat gives it to Bridges. Oh, off the bank, count that!
And that was a pass by Karl-Anthony Towns. That was a designed home run play by Leitner. There's the catch, the pass there to Bridges, and I don't care if he called bank or not. It counts in Vegas where both of these teams want to end up.
His first assist, Towns, Bridges, the buzzer beater. That's only their 4th turnover.
Yeah, and the Knicks have 4.
Towns against Simmons. Nice feed. Anunoby, another slam. 7 foot 248 and doing things like a guard.
Yeah, this is his 3rd pass assist.
And now Philly going small. Instead of bringing Drummond in for Embiid, they go with Yabusele at the 5. He's been playing there a lot.
Oh, nice pass by Karl-Anthony Towns.
Anunoby lines it up. Can't get it. Towns, another rebound. Oh, nice pass to Anunoby.
It's in there, man. Look look at this. And Giannis one of the culprits. Crowd becoming a factor for the Knicks.
Brunson back. Towns puts it on the floor, drives past Lopez, and the slam.
So Lopez has to come up and contest. He goes around him with the left-handed stuff. So nice with Short twice. Big man moving and grooving. Agile and hostile.
Cameron Payne with a rebound. Half a minute and change to play in the first. Karl-Anthony Towns on the deck. Drives it off the high glass. Good. The whistle blows, and the foul's going to be called.
Not so. Here's Brunson to the lane for Towns. Well, if the Knicks were looking to build chemistry, this has been a very interesting chemistry lesson for them.
Here's infectious passing.
Towns wants some post up. He's going up against two very good defensive centers. Little jump hook. Oh, strong move from Karl-Anthony Towns.
Look at Towns, the cat, using the anachronous hook shot to score this time.
I thought all players have to complain. And Anunoby, oh, beautiful feed! Towns the plus on the rifle pad from OG.
The Knicks with a 9-point lead, a minute 23 to play. Bridges, in and out, rebound to Towns, and he scores. 4 of 5 from three-point land. He has owned this game.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, look, this is a guy, no one's ever doubted to me his talent.
Ivy looks to take it all the way. And now Towns with the lead pass for Anunoby. He lays it in.
Good job by Bridges blocking the shot and allowing the Knicks to get in transition.
Extra pass, Brunson corner three. He just cannot find the range. 1 for 7. Towns, he can find the range. That's his 4th three-pointer. Here in the first half, he's got 24.
Bridges off 1 foot, in and out. Towns with a strong rebound. Towns in traffic, just pulling his way out. Passes to Hart, what a find! And he finishes it with a 3. Look at this pass. Oh. Out of nowhere.
Yeah, Josh
with something
Hart,
on it.
I mean, look at the game Josh Hart's having, though, too. Great pass. Hart knocks it down. 14 points, 12.
Not showing a lot of confidence.
Brunson up top to Towns. Off the bounce, drives inside, stops, layup, banks it in. Tie game. More Towns tenacity here in the 4th quarter. Both see a lot of double teams, and what they both have been able to do is get good looks for their teammates because of it. Towns just overwhelms down low.
Dexterity. Remember, he's spinning, protecting the ball with his body, hanging in the air.
Kevin Scott in his 14th year. Pat Fair, year 24. Campaign. No, but Towns is there. Payne put it on the glass.
Shot clock winding down. He lost the ball, but right place, right time. Şengün grazed the rim, though, on the 3, the outlet, the touchdown, and the flush for Towns.
Look at the Knicks' continuity. Space in the court.
Towns finds Bridges, corner 3. It's good. Karl-Anthony Towns, couple of beautiful passes.
Talk about him changing his shot. Not evident the last 2 games.
Into the corner, Bridges. Shot clock at 7.
Who's going to attack? Yeah, he's going to attack. I could see that because he felt like he got fouled, and if he's moving, Miles was more likely to get that foul than not. At 7 feet, he does have the ability to handle the ball. Miles does a nice job taking away the initial move, but Miles, with the contact, backs off and then tried to come back into it. There's a couple arms that might have hit him, but at any rate,
Knicks have been a step slow from the opening tip.
There's a capacity crowd here, you would never know it.
Towns, count it, and a foul.
Towns, the only Knick with the knack. Continues to overwhelm the Bulls. Before was
First half was not good. The start of the 3rd quarter was worse. An 18-point hole. Towns fouled, count it, and 1.
Towns hell bent. Would not be denied. So he's at the line for 1 as well.
Payne in his return, and he misses. And Towns able to keep it alive for Payne, who sets up Anunoby. And look at Towns active, and Anunoby with a two-handed jam. His early window in the NBA.
Well, great hustle by Towns, and then an excellent pass by Towns to a cutting Anunoby who finishes it.
John Anunoby looked to be leaning in. He created that contact. Terry Rozier gets it back with a steal, and Hart steals it right back. And the Knicks get a Karl-Anthony Towns slam on.
Isolation play here for Brunson. Brunson bounce pass to Towns, who rocks the rim.
Over to Anunoby, won't take the corner three, instead drives, passes inside the Towns, who nearly turns it over, gets it back inside, and the hammer.
Jumps in the lane, thinks he's got possession, tips it to his teammate. No possession, dunk.
Towns sets a screen. Hart sees an opening. Back to Towns, drives inside. Layup is good. By the way, their stat guy's a Fordham guy, Doug Mittler. Oh, yeah? They got to throw some Fordham some love. Towns down the lane. Watch out. Karl-Anthony Towns, another slam.
Payne and Bridges igniting the Knicks.
Bridges drives. Back out Towns. Towns fakes. Towns goes inside and throws it down.
Every aspect of his game, the three ball, driving, thriving.
Pressures Achua, Mitchell Robinson. Payne to Towns. Towns fakes. Towns goes right in. Banks it in and a foul. Took the contact.
Twisting and turning.
He just said something. I don't know if the word was wrench, but you could
see right there off balance.
Read the lips.
Former 6th overall pick in the draft has really emerged this year. Or last couple of weeks, certainly. Towns drives left-handed.
Knicks inbound, and Towns has been the one going to work, and the bucket's going to count and a foul.
He's got the size advantage on Jalen Smith. But again, this is where we talk about team defense. Patrick Williams is not coming to help on that. Watch the spin move. Patrick Williams should be right there. He doesn't even attempt to come over and slide over. This is where the Bulls get it.
Under 4.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. Washington had an early 7-point lead. Town again! Disturbing the peace.
Wait, did he point at somebody? Well, right here, Sarr allowing middle penetration, and here he gets yammed on.
Towns knows they're going to be coming with the double, so he just releases it quick. Knocks in his 3rd three of the night.
There's no question, and both guys, Mike.
Towns to Hart. Hart with the finish. Karl-Anthony Towns' 4th assist.
I'll tell you this.
Towns back out on the court. Here's Kelly, the three doesn't go. Towns with a rebound. Lead pass to McBride. McBride with a left. And we have a 1-point game.
Of that bench play, you take advantage of it.
And Lauren, their bench is soon to be improving with 2 key players in Precious Achua and Mitchell Robinson.
You see a little more intensity by the Pelicans now. We mentioned they had not been asserting themselves defensively. Doing a good job now moving their feet.
Another nice pass. Brunson to Towns. A whistle and a foul.
They mesmerized them off the bounce. Towns hustling in the paint, so again, right there between 2 guys, there's Towns overwhelming Murray.
Here's Brunson creeping down. Bounces out. Towns gives it up. Then Hart lays it in.
He's 6'7", use your size.
And growing.
Towns. Awkward shot. Scores.
Michael. Towns drives. He wants it this time. Goes up. Shot blocked. Counted and one. The initial shot was blocked, and Towns muscled it up off the glass.
Of course, good starts have been instrumental in terms of key to success for the Knicks. When they lead after the first quarter, nice pass and a nice finish for Brunson.
And score off your defense, particularly when you're struggling to make shots.
Here's Brunson. Towns on the attack.
52-31. Knicks 58% from the field, 14 assists. Towns spins, leans, count it, and one.
Watch how Towns maul and appall the neophyte. Just pounding him. Yes. Well, again, watch the weight difference. You see, look how he's literally off his feet trying to guard Towns.
That's our Motorola
Razor replay. Good effort from both teams there.
Hart omnipresent on the glass now, both ends.
Towns, another three. Karl-Anthony Towns, 3 for 3 from long distance already.
Towns on the drive, down the lane, two-hand flush.
OG again, his offense propelling the Knicks in the first quarter.
Towns, Anunoby again is open. And Towns with the bullet pass.
And Towns has a couple of nice assists inside.
In 10 minutes, which is very unpool-like.
Now trying to adopt to being a point guard.
Towns on the catch and the flush. Brunson against Alexander Walker. Shot clock at 9. Towns into the paint. So unselfish into the corner. It's Achua.
Brunson was going to take the charge there. That's a bad foul. With Brunson.
You mentioned the Knick bench. Not very productive. The worst in the league right now.
Towns gets inside and scores. Tough shot. Tom Thibodeau furious.
Fouls. See the physicality on Towns. There's a shove. There's the hands. There's the shove.
Mac and cheese.
Work on your New Year's resolution after Thanksgiving.
Sauce.
Got it. Towns. Unguardable right now here in the fourth quarter. He's got 28.
Black, two-man game with Wagner, had his shot blocked, and here come the Knicks. Brunson, Hart on the spin, and the toss, he got it.
New York, last season, 50 and 32. As OG Anunoby, great cut, beautiful pass by Cat. He's right here, Karl-Anthony Towns, beautiful pass inside OG Anunoby.
Brunson makes his move, throws it up, and Towns throws it down.
A 12-point fourth quarter for Towns. Trey, rejected by Towns. Count the basket, that's a goaltend.
When you watch it from this angle, Trey did a good job trying to lob this high, but he got the ball right at the top of.
Karl-Anthony Towns and Horford. Shot clock at 1. Inside, it's Hart.
Daniels had 7. But the record is 11. Nice pass, Towns over the shoulder. He's done it again.
To orchestrate this play. And Sarr is a good defender, see? Never saw his man on the ball.
And now you look at this Phoenix team. Did not work right away. They struggled with it. You look at Dallas with Kyrie and Luka. Didn't work the first year. They didn't make the playoffs, and they made it to the finals. So there's this misconception that you just throw players together and it's going to work automatically.
Faded off to the right side of the iron, and the Knicks now push it. Stolen back by Keontae. Read that passing lane beautifully. Drives inside. Blocked by Cat. And out of bounds.
Brunson. Back in, turnaround, off the mark. Towns tries to gather. It's good, and 1. And Towns showing off his gymnastic skills.
Karl-Anthony Towns, you can see Brunson able to give it, just not giving up on that play there. Very physical attack and finish.
That's breaking 2, electric boogaloo. He goes down, comes back up, and yep.
Hart, believe it or not, leading all rebounders at 14.
Towns!
Going to town.
In his Christmas debut. Lob it into Towns. Wemby there with the help. Oh, what a fake! Karl-Anthony Towns had Wembanyama turning his head and able to hit the floater.
1-2 punch. And he's got to stay aggressive. He can't defer. Oh, look at this.
Strong finish by Karl-Anthony Towns. Had a big body on him, too, and Wendell Carter Jr.
A bobble by Bridges. Shot clock down to 6. Lively on the switch. Towns on the post up to a cutting Bridges. Well done.
Mentioned with his off-ball cutting especially, but you see the switch comes here. It's a low shot clock. Instead of standing and watching.
Thompson gets in the paint. Blocked from behind by Karl-Anthony Towns.
It's the multiple efforts that Tom Thibodeau talks about.
help your teammates.
He could be the quintessential 3-and-D player as we watch him develop this season. It's a poke away there by Kuz. Anunoby drops it off the Towns and scores.
9 fast break points for the Pistons. Towns and the finish. Goes with a left hand.
Previous got hit in the midsection, but this time bouncing and announcing, rising and surprising with the left hand.
Might have been Scotty Barnes with a block, actually, as no one's blocking that shot. Karl-Anthony Towns with 17 points now. 9 assists. Then you had Tyler Kolek backing up because no McBride and no Brunson. He had 4, so 13 assists from the point guards. Bridges nails it. And another good feed from Towns.
Back to JV and allow Karl-Anthony Towns to play some defense.
Anunoby had the double pump. Lob upstairs to Towns.
Josh Hart.
Barnes guarding in. Towns goes right at Barnes, flips it up. Shot is good and a foul.
Look how patient he was when he caught the ball. I'm going to let you make a mistake. You're not going to grow any taller by the time I shoot this shot. Cat taking advantage inside.
He's got 13.
And talking to the New York bench.
Good little backdoor cut by Brunson.
Amnesia when it comes to missed shots. It's the fourth quarter. You get open, you get airspace, you got to let it go.
Tough chance.
Oh, man!
I go, who's the monster? Because Aaron Gordon, that guy always kills us. See, that's Julian. That's an unaggressive turnover.
He's become one of the better finishers in the NBA. But Hunter comes down the other way, blocked by Towns.
Flexing a little bit afterward. Watch this swat.
The course of his career took on so many different roles as you see his dad, Big Cat, here watching along as his son's having a magical night.
Slow and steady.
Cat got behind the Wizards defense.
Yeah, whenever you jump into a full-out denial.
Oh, McBride looking for someone, finds Bridges. Bridges off the bounce.
Bridges has to look at the hoop, folks.
Can't get that to go. Towns the rebound, back up and in, and the foul.
He gets a call. So Towns bounding and astounding. Right there, you saw Portis pushing off, so he's at the line for one as well.
Haven't shot it well. You touched on that when we were in commercial break. Like, you got to be able to make a stand.
Towns throws it down. It's still a 9-point game with 58 seconds remaining.
Jalen Brunson against Jaden Ivey. Towns back to Brunson to the basket, lays it up lefty and in. And J.B. Bickerstaff's going to take a timeout.
65 seconds to go in this first half. Towns driving on Gobert in the lane, got the bucket.
Oh, and he flexed on him. So the play has picked up. Don't call me a sweet shooting big man. Call me a bad man on my way to.
I'm going to try to ram it in there. Towns is away.
Brunson to Towns. Towns finds Hart. Ball fake, bank shot. He goes out up and under. They played the first quarter, the entire quarter. This is his usual rest. Towns drives inside, adjusts and lays it in.
We're back in the 20s, huh? The 20s, the 30s.
Cat, reverse, finish. And he'll have an opportunity to cash out. This is for personal.
Well, see, this is his safety release right here. Karl-Anthony Towns, if he's not getting anything in transition.
Sarr with those 3 personals guarding Towns. Nice slip there by Bridges. Good look by Towns.
Towns inside to Bridges. 2 different Knicks cut. Bridges just happened to be in front. And a quick timeout call by Quinn Snyder.
Nice differential here. Trae Young is going to get caught in the rim. This is a great back cut. Size advantage.
And those are the types of plays that can't happen. You get a defensive stop, you've got to be able to secure the board. You got to give yourselves a chance.
That is the 8th most field goal attempts for Jokic in a quarter in his career.
Wow. Here's Hart. Backdoor Towns. Wow, that was fantastic.
Agile and hostile now is Cage.
McBride to Towns. Towns a three. This one's good. Karl-Anthony Towns, his 4th three-pointer. He's got 26. Yep. Bridges to Towns.
It confused the Knicks the last game when they were.
Towns drives. He is punishing him at the rim, Clyde.
Brunson's out. I think Thibodeau wants to get a little closer before he brings Brunson back. And they played last night, as we mentioned. There's Towns for 3.
Said he was lost. Maybe he should come off the bench. And now he's having a career year. Towns throws it up and in. 27 points, 19 rebounds for Karl-Anthony Towns.
Last game before we flip the calendar to 2025. Cat's hook shot is good over Saw.
One-on-one play. Kicks it out to Hart. Now Towns guarded by Mo Wagner. Shot clock at 2. Towns rolling to the rim. High off the glass and in.
Has it. Look out. Bridges is able to hang on to it into the final minute of the opening quarter. Towns for 3. Got it.
Second quarter action here. McBride is looking for Cat. He's got the advantage over Brogdon. Kuzma was late on that recovery and double team.
It's interesting, Katie, the Nuggets are coming off a disappointing 15-point loss at Utah a couple of nights ago.
It's some equate. It sounds simple, but it is a math issue. You have to get a 3-point attempts in this modern NBA. He's been historically pushed big guys. Horford, Brook Lopez, he's got Nurkic shooting threes, and Dunn comes into this system. He says, you're going to have to shoot threes, and he's actually...
A minute into the second half. Towns for 3, and that one's through.
He cannot be allowed to catch the ball right there unguarded. It's clear that Isaiah Stewart is poised to check in for Duren because look, Duren played softly on that catch and can't.
Bridges out to Towns. A 3 is good. Finishing stroke for the New York Knicks. A 41-point night. Bridges out to Towns. A 3 is good. Finishing stroke for the New York Knicks. A 41-point night for the guy who's going to be the talk of the town in the Big Apple tomorrow. Rozier triples.
Excellent work by Garland. Now Anunoby gets it. Spins away from the double team. Gorgeous move. Just as LeVert was closing in.
The previous game, off to a good start. Here, watch the spin back. Eluding a couple of calves off the glass. LeVert should have been there with better defense.
They found themselves in a deficit to close this first half. Towns wide open. Bottoms to 10 run. 61-45 is our score at the break. We'll send it back to the studio. You're watching the NBA on ESPN.
Carrington has played well. And
8 seconds. Payne gets the room. Towns with the tip in.
Towns. Oh my goodness. 7-foot human being takes it from the top of the key right to the cup.
He's going to have first field goal for Towns in a Knicks uniform. After spending the past 9 years in Minnesota, here he is for 3. Bottoms. 5 straight for the big fella.
Hart tangled up by Drew Smith. Across court for Bridges. And a loose ball rebound to Josh Hart. That man never stops working. Towns connects from 3.
Comes from the Brooklyn Nets. Before that, the Phoenix Suns, where he was a vital piece of that team. It's Towns and a beautiful move down low for the Knicks.
Towns has some room against Sean Holmes, and he buries it. Karl-Anthony Towns hitting his first 3 of the night.
Up the court, you gotta watch the 3 ball. So that's putting pressure on the guys helping out. And now Towns and Brunson have run amok.
Wizards are giving their opponents 120 on the season, but a little over 120. If they can get around 110 or less, I think they give themselves a shot every night in a game.
And Anunoby snatches the rebound. He's got 7 of those tonight. Karl-Anthony Towns drives inside, floaters up and good. How about that agility for a guy 7 feet tall?
It is rare when they get the ball up quickly because they do like Brunson to handle the pick and roll. Cat's got another.
Karl-Anthony Towns, now in his 10th year.
Boy, Capella, that used to be straight money. That was a catch and dunk.
Towns drives, goes inside, left-handed, can't get it. The follow is good.
18 lead changes. Toronto by 1. Bridges.
Well, they went to their bread and butter.
Amazing, Mike. These guys only average like 9 points a game.
Towns inside, double clutch. Nice athletic move from the big man. You're right, Clyde.
Started moving away from why they got the lead. There's Towns again. That one won't go. Rebound belongs to New York. Towns trying to drive. He got right on by everybody.
It's the second option.
Towns shot, ricochets out. Sexton into the front court. There's Markkanen. Full head of steam, carries on his hip. Towns.
But a good start to this third for New York as Towns able to slip in and tie it.
We always hear make them feel you at the defensive end of the floor. And it looks like they're trying to run.
Right, they're following exactly what Coach Willie Green talked to them about in his shoot around this morning.
In a game in Oklahoma City a week and a half ago. Coming down the lane. Big finish by Towns.
You mentioned
Mikal Bridges' pass lands in the hands of Payne. And Karl-Anthony Towns fires and fills it from the top.
Hey, so far Pistons picked a bad night to be the opponent facing the New York Knicks. They can't do anything wrong.
Towns. Right at Wembanyama, able to finish.
A smart play by Towns to attack.
That's what they were doing when OG was scoring.
Abaji's on it. Anunoby now. 8 on the 24. Cameron Payne launches another. That's good. Cameron Payne lighting it up.
Campaign feeling good. Confidence is rolling, hand down, knocking it down, and he does his dance.
Towns, full extension, and he's headed to the free throw line.
Getting involved in here using the threat of the three. Gobert's got to come up. So he'll go 3 and then an old-fashioned 3.
So, Stan, we mentioned it earlier. Knicks.
Wembanyama up to 12 points. Here's McBride dumping it into Towns. Towns sweeping hook is good.
Hart with a pep in his step. Now it's Towns. He drives it on Claxton. Banks it home. Plus the Hart.
And the next one, again, gets ahead of steam. That time, a little bit more contact, and the officials able to make the call.
He fractured his left leg on January 1st. They think he's going to return this year.
Towns nails the 3. He's got all 5 Knick points.
So he'll take a seat.
Towns drives on Jalen Williams, gets inside, lays it up and in.
It's been I know it's been a fun-filled weekend, and you're going to get to do this again next year when they bring you back for to hang your jersey number up there.
Really taking it right to Towns.
2-point game. Towns fakes, drives, and that's an easy 2 points. Mo Wagner beat off the dribble and no help.
16 second chance points. They've taken 16 more field goals.
3 is good for Towns.
That was a big part of their acquisition, right? He is such a weapon. He's a phenomenal passer, right? And he can make the 3.
Breaking the 3-point record with Ray Allen sitting to your right, and just to experience that with Curry and then you and Ray Allen, that was something special. And on cue, a 3-pointer. Must value the possession. 15 turnovers, way too many.
Towns brings up a 3. How about Champagnie on the other end offensively for the Wizards? He's still hot, hitting the 3. Coming off of that career night, 31 to go along with 10 rebounds. Towns with a strong drive.
He goes out and sets a pick. You can have an easy switch, but right here, just a straight line drive by Karl-Anthony Towns. A little too easy if you ask me.
5.5. Brunson back on the floor, skips a pass inside. That's an easy 2. Karl-Anthony Towns.
He's been struggling early this season. He had a strained groin. That's part of it, but he hasn't shot well. This time, Towns finishes. Get a second field goal from him.
Take a look at the Knicks' two top guns. Towns previously missed.
His ninth. Brunson, nice feed inside to Hart. Hart tied up. Towns right there to save him. Banks it home.
Towns. Vucevic, good defense on Hart, but his man is Towns. So he continues to.
Jalen Brunson, checked by George. We'll watch these matchups. Bridges coming over from the Nets, and he lays it in. Keep the Villanova theme alive.
He never stops believing in himself, even when he has a tough night.
Inside the Towns.
This is Towns as a trailing three-point shooter, and it belongs to New York.
And here's Towns just trailing in. Gobert back a little.
Hart to McBride. Corner three. You hear the crowd roar. It's deuce, they're saying, as Towns back up and in.
Mike, he's making plays on both ends of the floor. A couple steals on the defensive end. Thought this should have been an N1.
He absolutely loves the game. You can see him soaking up everything.
Pass in tight quarters. Towns finds Anunoby.
The Nuggets sluggish this entire first half. They did cut the lead to 14. Towns in the lane. Floater, that's good too.
Towns is knocking down a three there. His second three-pointer. Knicks already with 7.
Endure Towns. Payne doing a good job pushing. And you can't give Towns that type of room for Vooch.
Brunson and Towns, the two-man game. Towns lines up his three-pointer. Started off last night by knocking down his first two to set the tone.
It's
Up
not
there good tonight.
Not always how high you get up, it's how quick you get up on that second jump.
A very quick jump there. Now Towns runs into Jokic and puts it up and in. So Towns scoring at will early.
Wow. Also attacking Towns. Redirected by Cat.
Darko Rajakovic in his second year as the head coach. Long-time assistant around the NBA. Anunoby spins, gets inside. Good hands from Barrett. Towns right there. Layup is good. Anunoby was in the danger zone there.
A grinder. Cameron Payne to Karl-Anthony Towns. He'll put it on the floor. Wagner stays in front. Isaac comes with good help, but Towns too talented.
Curry looking for more.
Rebound Towns. He's got 16 of them. Over the top for OG. Anunoby with the flush.
That's the sharing and carrying we alluded to.
Precious Achiuwa touches the basketball for the first time in a long time in live action here at the Garden as Towns gets physical inside with Jeffries and scores with the right hand.
It's called mental mistakes. Can't be tired. His pace hasn't been that fast.
Nice feed. Nice finish. Payne and Towns connect.
Well, Barnes and Quickly are the only starters for Toronto on the floor. Step back for Cat. He nails a three.
He makes that look so easy, Towns.
Next setup again with Payne straight away at the top.
That's what I like to go through Towns.
Inside, he scores with the right hand on the left side.
You don't want to start chucking threes now that you got the lead. Keep playing the way you've been playing.
Inside, scores again.
That's back-to-back buckets by.
It's just it never gets old. It's just such a beautiful thing to go see. His Towns. Talk about beautiful things to see. Karl-Anthony Towns.